So next on our list of tasks is to create a login form. So inside the client app, inside source, inside features, let's add a new feature folder for user. And inside here, let's create a new file and we'll just call it loginform.tsx. And we'll just say refc to create the structure for this. Now we're going to be using final form because we've already got our reusable text inputs set up for this. So I'm just going to import form as final form and field from React final form. And I'll just replace these divs and say final form. And this can be a self-closing element. And we need to give this an onSubmit method. And in here, all we'll do for now is we'll just pass out the values just to console.log the values in here. We don't need to create a handler specifically for this unless there's something else that we want to do before we actually submit our data. And we'll also need to add the render prop here as well, and we'll say render. And we'll pass in the handle submit from this. And inside here, we'll add our semantic UI form. Let's add the form and auto import from semantic UI. And inside here, we'll just add a field. And we'll give it a name equal to email. The component will be our text inputs. And make sure we bring that in as well. And I'll just give it a placeholder equal to email. And I'll just copy this field and paste it below. And we also need a password. And call it password. And this is going to have a type equal to password. So it hides the characters when we type into it. And we'll need one more thing, which is a button. And we'll say positive, and the content is equal to login. And we also need to give our form the onSubmit method as well, and say onSubmit equals handle submit. So we need to test our form is working, and our longer term plan is to use modals for this. But for now, what we'll do is we'll just add a route so that we can click on a button and get ourselves taken to this login form. So I'm just going to head over to the app.tsx file and we'll just add a route and say the path is equal to /login and the component will be our new login form. And let's go to our home page and let's just change the link for this button and we'll specify the login instead, and instead of take me to activities, let's just call it login. And let's go take a look at our application. We should be able to go to our home page and we should be able to click on our login button and we get to see our form. Now this looks pretty horrible at the moment, but we're not worried about its looks so much as about what it does for the time being. And we're not going to worry about this 401 unauthorized because we still want to get our token sent up. But what we do want to see is when I type in to these fields, we want to see the output from our form. And we do. So what we'll do next is hook this up to our user store so that we can actually test our login to the server from our client application. And we'll take a look at that next.